It's Friday, the 18th of October, 2024. Welcome to the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, 5 stories to get through in 5 minutes. Let's get cracking. Story number 1, any hopes of an interest rate cut this side of Christmas have been dashed by very strong labour force figures, with more than 64,000 jobs created last month.
Unambiguously strong figures from the ABS yesterday, 64,100 new jobs. That means 6 months of strong jobs growth. The unemployment rate actually fell in September to 4.1%. The number of people underemployed, as in people who want more work, that fell as well. And the participation rate hit a record high of 67.2%. Large numbers of people are still entering the workforce, but they're finding jobs. Job vacancies are still above pre-pandemic levels. The bulk of the jobs, though, are in the non-market sector, government-funded areas like education, health, and the public sector.
These are spectacular numbers, Sean. Are they too good to be true?
It seems that way. Leading indicators, job advertisements, job hirings, hiring plan surveys, they all point to a bit of a slowdown, but still, the jobs market is strong. If people have a job, they keep shopping, they keep spending more. That puts pressure on prices. It also puts pressure on wages, and it's harder to get inflation under control if that's the case. Now, the winner out of yesterday's data is the Reserve Bank, which has for months said there'll be no rate cut this year. While inflation has come down, it's still at 3.8%, still too high, only dropping very slowly. Yesterday's data pretty much confirms no rate cut anytime soon.
All right, moving on to story number 2 now. Star Entertainment will be able to continue operating its casinos, but will have to pay a $15 million fine for breaches of compliance, as well as report regularly as to its financial progress.
Pretty good outcome after the second inquiry by Adam Bell. SC found Star not fit to hold a gaming licence. Again, at least the doors stay open. New South Wales Independent Casino Commission Chair Philip Crawford was hopeful and optimistic that the company can get back on track. He basically highlighted the economic implications of the Star in Sydney closing. Now, it's got 9 months to pay the fine. There'll be a government-appointed manager still. The licence suspension remains until early 2025. Essentially, what they're doing is backing the new boss at Star, a guy called Steve McCann, used to be at Crown Resorts and Lend-Lease. They're backing him to bring it in and get the governance right, get the gaming rooms right, just improve the whole setup. Certainly, investors liked the news yesterday. Its share price, Star Entertainment's share price, jumped 16%.
Story number 3, new research from the Reserve Bank says landlords are not greedy after all, at least when it comes to passing on higher interest rate costs.
So research that from the Reserve Bank released yesterday kind of runs against the grain somewhat. It says that property investors bear the brunt of higher rates, but they don't actually pass it on to tenants. So for every dollar increase in home loan interest repayments, investors raised rents by just 1 cent. If you think about that in today's context, so interest rates rose between April 2022 and January this year. The median, the middle monthly interest payment for a home investor jumped by $850. That would mean rents would rise per month by about $10, according to the Reserve Bank. Now, lots of other factors, lack of supply, migration, but still, to put that $850 and say that the landlord's only passing on $10 of that on the back of the interest rate rises, I'm not sure that passes the pub test, Michael.
Yeah, I think you might be right there, Sean. Story number 4, there's a bit going on in the world of canned tomatoes, would you believe? The Anti-Dumping Commission is investigating whether canned tomatoes exported from Italy and sold as Coles and Woolies home brand products are being dumped at cheaper prices to damage local growers.
So evidence. Price of a 400-gram tin of home brand Italian diced tomato at Woolies or Coles, $1.10. SPC's product, the local fruit processor, its product, $2.10. SPC complained to the Anti-Dumping Commission. It launched an inquiry yesterday. Bit of history in tin tomatoes, Michael. 2016, the Commission found dumping had occurred in Australia. That triggered import duties on some companies. That could occur again if the Commission finds that there is dumping going on. You wouldn't think that you could dump from the EU, but there's agricultural subsidies there, a lot of low wages for migrant workers as well. That's kind of the background to it.
Last one, story number 5, Uber, Sean, is considering making a bid for global travel booking site Expedia as the ride-sharing group looks to diversify its income streams.
So apparently Uber approached Expedia. They're still some way from a deal. The boss of Uber used to be the boss of Expedia, and he's still on the board, actually. Uber's worth about $187 billion US. Expedia's about $20 billion. Uber's strategy has been very much to expand from ride sharing into train and flight bookings, food delivery, corporate logistics, advertising, stuff like that. Basically wants to become a super app, a bit like WeChat in China. And this would be part of that, though we're still some way from a deal.
All right, there we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Friday, the 18th of October, 2024. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. And if 5 minutes isn't enough, you can find our longer daily show called Fear and Greed, wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 business news by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.